All right, folks, let's talk about the CIA, not the cooking show, the Central Intelligence Agency. Yes, those guys. Turns out they've got a thing for Hollywood. And no, I'm not talking about a secret agent falling for a glamorous actress. This is about power, influence, and using movies to win hearts and minds. Picture this: the Cold War. America versus the Soviet Union, a battle of ideologies, but instead of tanks and missiles, they're using movies. Back in the day, the CIA was worried about those sneaky Soviets spreading propaganda. So what did they do? They went straight to the source, Hollywood. They placed undercover agents in studios, keeping an eye on those suspicious left-leaning artists. They wanted to make sure America looked good on the big screen. You know, the whole land of the free, home of the brave image. And it wasn't just about stopping the Soviets. The CIA wanted to promote their own message. They wanted to show the world that America was cool, man. So they started working with filmmakers, whispering in their ears, suggesting storylines. It was like having a secret agent as a script consultant, and you thought your job was stressful. But hey, it wasn't all serious business. There were some hilarious moments too, like the time they tried to make a James Bond-style movie about a group of anti-communist Lithuanian sailors. Let's just say it didn't exactly set the box office on fire. But hey, you win some, you lose some, right? Even when you're a top-secret government agency. Now you might be thinking, Trevor, how did the CIA get away with this? Well, my friend, they're sneaky like that. They knew that Hollywood was all about connections. So they started rubbing shoulders with the big shots, producers, directors, even actors. They even set up a special office for this. Yep, the CIA has an entertainment liaison office. It's like a Hollywood talent agency, but instead of finding the next Brad Pitt, they're looking for movies that make America look good. And let's be real, who wouldn't want to brag about working with the CIA? It's like the ultimate conversation starter at a Hollywood party. One of their biggest successes, Top Gun. Remember that classic? Tom Cruise, fighter jets, volleyball, pure American awesomeness. Well, guess who helped make it happen? The CIA. They provided jets, consultants, even access to their top secret bases. And why? Because nothing says America is back, baby, like a bunch of fighter jets doing barrel rolls. But it wasn't just about making America look tough. The CIA also wanted to shape how people saw them. They were tired of being portrayed as the bad guys, the villains lurking in the shadows. They wanted to be the heroes, the ones saving the day. And what better way to do that than through the magic of movies? Now, the CIA didn't just work with anyone. They had a knack for picking projects that would be huge. We're talking blockbusters, baby. Movies that everyone and their grandma would see. Movies like Argo, Zero Dark 30, even The Recruit. All of these films had a little bit of CIA magic sprinkled in. And let's not forget about TV. The CIA has been all over the small screen too. Remember Homeland? That show about a CIA officer who also happens to be bipolar? Yeah, the CIA loved that one. They even consulted on the show, making sure it was accurate. Or at least as accurate as a show about a bipolar CIA officer can be. But the CIA's involvement wasn't always a secret. Sometimes they were quite open about it. Like when they worked with Tom Clancy, the author of The Hunt for Red October and Patriot Games. Clancy was a former insurance salesman who knew a surprising amount about submarines and espionage. Some say he was a little too knowledgeable, if you know what I mean. The CIA even recruited celebrities to help with their missions. Yep, you heard that right. Movie stars, musicians, even athletes. These weren't your average spies, though. They used their fame and influence to gather intelligence, spread propaganda, and generally make the CIA look good. It was like a real-life spy thriller, but with better hair and wardrobe. Now, the CIA's reach wasn't limited to just movies and TV shows. Oh no, my friends, they were down with the groove too. During the Cold War, they realized that music could be a powerful weapon. Think about it. A catchy tune, a message of freedom and hope, all wrapped up in a neat little package. It was the perfect way to counter those dreary Soviet anthems. So what did they do? They went straight to the heart of American culture, jazz. They funded jazz tours, sent musicians like Dizzy Gillespie and Louis Armstrong all over the world. These jazz ambassadors weren't just playing music, they were spreading the gospel of American freedom, one note at a time. But it wasn't just jazz, the CIA also dabbled in other genres. Some say they even had a hand in the rise of rock and roll. Think about it, Elvis Presley, Chuck Berry, all that hip-shaking and rebellion? Was it just teenage angst, or was the CIA subtly undermining the Soviet Union's strict social norms? I'll let you be the judge. The CIA even had their own radio station, Radio Free Europe. They broadcasted Western music and news into communist countries, offering a glimpse behind the Iron Curtain. Of course, the Soviets weren't too thrilled about this. They tried to jam the signals, but the CIA always found a way to get their message through. Because when it comes to the power of music, you just can't stop the beat.